So I've realised that every time I start a YouTube video, I always go, hey guys, and I do this with my hands. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, so welcome back. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel once again. So I'm gonna make a point to not do that today. I'm just gonna say, hey, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another video. It's gonna be another LinkedIn one, which a lot of you will be happy to hear. Today, I'm gonna go over the best LinkedIn marketing strategy for 2021. I know we're already like just the second month in, but better late than never. I've written out an 8-step plan in terms of chronological order and the most important things that you need to consider when you are implementing a LinkedIn marketing strategy. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Natasha Vilaseca. I specialise in anything around LinkedIn lead generation, mainly B2B, organic lead gen, B2B, LinkedIn are my 3 main things. I do now and then speak about entrepreneurship, mindset, sales, a couple other things, but LinkedIn is my happy place. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please do if you want to keep updated on my videos, and then just turn on post notifications so you get updates whenever I post a video. Currently I'm posting a video a week. This is 3rd week, I'm on a streak, and I'm gonna be posting every single week. I might even bump it up to like 2-3 videos depending on how many content ideas I have. But this one is a big one, so I'm gonna get straight into it. When you first implement a strategy on LinkedIn, the number one question you need to ask yourself, so this is step 1, know your audience. Who is your avatar? What do they look like surface level? So in terms of geographical location, where are they based? What kind of companies do they belong to? Is it a solo entrepreneur? Is it a Fortune 500 company? So company headcount, stuff like that. Not just surface level, emotional level. Do you understand the people that you're selling to? What keeps them up at night? What drives them? What are they most afraid of? What are they trying to achieve? What will that achievement mean for their personal lives? Like you've got 2 different levels of understanding. You've got surface level, emotional level. You want to make sure that you do that work before you even look at any social media strategy on any platform. You need to know who you're marketing to. Otherwise, all your efforts are going to be void, and it's just going to be luck whether or not it works. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is optimizing your profile. Like, I have spoken about this a lot, so I'm not going to go through it step by step, because then this video would probably be about 2 hours long. But I have a couple of the videos on my channel. I'll link one up. Will it be up here? Yeah, I think like up here, that you can go and check out. This is all about SEO internally within LinkedIn, so how to rank your profile towards the top, so that if anybody is searching for people like you with your speciality, you're more likely to come up at the top and not your competitors, which is what we always want. And it's also good to act as a landing page, so that when we reach out to people with our outbound messaging, when they have a look at our profile is answering 3 questions. So, and this is actually really important, I didn't even think of this before. So when somebody looks at your LinkedIn profile, they are subconsciously, like, probably not aware of it, but they're looking to answer 3 questions to themselves as fast as possible. And those 3 questions are, number 1, is this person useful to me? Number 2, is this person credible? So social proof is where that comes in big time. And number 3, is interacting with this person useful and beneficial to me right now? So timing, sense of urgency. If you can answer those 3 questions throughout how you lay out your profile, you are onto a winner. Like, your profile isn't a CV, it is a landing page. You have a purpose for it. Like, what conversion do you want to gain from somebody who goes onto your profile? Do you want them to message you? Do you want them to go to your website? Do you want them to read a blog post? You need to set it up in a way which asks for that response. So that's number 2. Number 3 is grow your network strategically. So when I grow my network, I tend to grow bearing 2 different types of people in mind. Number 1 are thought leaders. These could be direct competitors, these could be indirect competitors just in a general space that I am interested in, or that kind of overlaps with the training and the teaching that I do. And that's mainly just for like curiosity. Stay curious, you never know enough. I know there's still so much for me to learn about LinkedIn, like I know quite a bit, but There keeps on being noises in the background. I know quite a bit, but there's always more to learn. There's more people out there that maybe know something that I don't know. I probably know something that they don't know. So it's good to always stay curious no matter what your level of expertise. The second type of people is clients. So people that I see as ideal prospects that I want to bring into my network so they can be exposed to my content, which I'll speak about in a second. And they will either come to me inbound when it's the right time. They might never approach me. If I approach them outbound, they might not convert, but if they do, I know that it's ideally my kind of client, like I can pre-qualify them to an extent. So that's how I would grow my network. You can grow using the free version of LinkedIn, or you can grow using Sales Nav, which I'll go into a little bit more in a second. So that is step number 4, I believe we're on. 4 or 3? We were on 3. Number 4 is implement a content strategy. This is so important. It used to be a lot easier to grow on LinkedIn. The organic reach used to be insane, and then they kind of made it a little bit worse because obviously, like every major social media platform, they want to make money. Like that's the end goal. So if it's Instagram, if it's Facebook, if it's TikTok, if it's LinkedIn, they have advertising capabilities. And now to get more and more reach in any platform that you use, ads are the way forward. So it is harder to get organic growth, but it's not impossible. When it comes to content, you have to think about who you're creating your content for. And I'm going to give you something right now, and it's a free tool. This transforms marketing for me. It might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but this is something that I always use when it comes to optimizing my profile. If I'm coming up with like a new offer, service, I want to edit my profile, I'll use this tool beforehand for research. If it comes to content, I'll use this tool first step. And then I'll also use it when it comes to outbound messaging to identify pain points or the kind of content that I can create as value leaders when I reach out to people. That is answerthepublic.com. I'm gonna put it up here. This website's amazing. There is a paid version. I've never used it, but on the free, it will limit the amount of searches that you can do. But if you're aware of who your target audience is, you're not gonna need that many searches. You just need to know what keywords, like 1 to 2 keywords, that relate to your niche, put them in that search engine, and it will literally show you in order of search volume. So the darker green is the more searched, lighter green less searched. All of the questions that people are asking, which include that word or phrase that you've put into the search engine. So it will show you like what, where, who, why, how. I can't remember the other ones, but I'm going to put it up on the screen and I'll kind of walk you through it as I'm talking about it. But Answer the Public has been an absolute just lifesaver, and the main reason is when it comes to like marketers, obviously we have a bit of pride, like we know we're good at what we do and we like to think that we know what's best for our clients. A lot of the time we do know what's best for them, but sometimes we don't know what they want or what they're looking for, and this kind of removes that assumption. It gives you facts and numbers. Like in this case, like this kind of data, it doesn't lie, like it's taken straight from the source. So instead of me thinking, you know what I think my clients want me to create content on, or they want to know about, or they're probably asking this question a lot, sometimes it's completely different. And I'm like, oh, I actually hadn't even thought about that. And it helps me put the buyer first, which I'll go into in a second. But yeah, Answer the Public, lifesaver. Step number 5 is outbound selling. Now, I've spoken about inbound versus outbound in earlier videos. Inbound, we know, is people coming to us. This mainly comes from content, word of mouth, referrals, stuff like that. And then outbound is when you're going out and chasing that bread. I've never said that before, I don't even know. Let's ignore that. You're going out, you're going to approach that person, it is you reaching out to them. The main thing to bear in mind when it comes to outbound is buyer first selling. This is the future, this is what everybody is. I've been speaking about this since I started my channel. Personalization, putting the buyer first above your own needs, is the direction in which virtual sales and selling as a whole is moving in, and there is much more importance and weight that's being placed behind this. And you're seeing like big platforms talk about it, like LinkedIn Spark event happening on the 15th or the 14th, I'll put the date up here. and a link if you want to register to go to the event. It's like a big kickoff for the virtual selling community where we're going to have big speakers come in, and I don't know why I'm saying we. LinkedIn is going to have big speakers come in and talk about virtual sales, their tips, tricks, and then we're going to be able to learn how we can implement that within our businesses. If you're part of the Sales Navigator community, which is if you're a team or an enterprise member, I'm also going to be doing a roundtable discussion with 2 other speakers as a little like panel of us speaking about what we learned from the Spark event and how we're going to implement that within our companies and businesses as well, which will be awesome. So, Outbound. I actually want to give you a quick little fact which I saw on a LinkedIn blog when I was preparing this video, which is the following. 90% of C-suite executives don't respond to impersonal B2B sales. Let's just let that sink in for a second. We know this. I tell you this all the time, guys. Like, if you've watched this content, you know I say this all the time. But I still know a lot of you, like, cut corners. Don't worry, like, I've been a culprit to it in the past. I've definitely been like, you know what, I'm just gonna send the message and not personalize it. It makes such a huge difference. And that's coming from the source. Like, if you're sending cookie cutter messages, expect a cookie cutter response or no response at all. If you're sending a personalized message, expect a personalized response. I'll pull up a couple examples of like how I connect with people and the responses I get. That's because I genuinely am like trying to connect with them as a human being. I'm treating them as a person, not as a sales opportunity. And that is so important when it comes to outbound. Now, if you're watching this, most likely you're in a lead generation role, either if it's your own business or you're working for somebody else. If you don't yet have Sales Navigator or you don't know what it is, please go and watch some of my other videos which educate around Sales Navigator as a tool and its capabilities. But I have an exclusive 2-month free trial. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a kickback from it. So obviously thank you if you have used my link. You can't find this link anywhere else, even on the website. They only have a 30-day. So the 60-day trial link, only like a handful of us have. So I'm going to be helping you save 80 times 2, so like $160, 2 months for free. Try it out, see if it works well for you. This is for people that want to take lead generation seriously. If you don't, if it's not an important part of you growing your business like lead gen on LinkedIn, then maybe stick with free. But yeah, I'm going to leave the link for the free trial at the top of the description of this video, so feel free to go and sign up and check it out. Moving on to the final step, which is step number 6, I believe. Yeah, 6. Is a referral scheme. Now, this is one that you're probably like, oh, I didn't expect you to throw that in there. A lot of the people that I speak to, when I first start working with clients and they're talking about generating new leads, generating new business, is what about current business that you have and current opportunities that you maybe haven't explored yet? Like, you want to knock on different doors, see which one's open. When it comes to your referral schemes, are there people, like happy clients that you currently work with or that have worked with in the past that you haven't said, hey, do you mind? Just wait for that to go past. I've got my trail of thought. That you haven't reached out to and said, hey, do you know anybody that would actually be a really good fit for my services? Most of the time clients, like happy clients, will do this by themselves. But if you haven't asked, ask them and even have an incentive. So set up a referral scheme where you say, to any of you that refer me a client, which I end up signing up, I'll give you a 30% commission on the first month of us working together, or I'll give you a 10% recurring commission of every single month for as long as they stay. Come up with a referral scheme and an incentive, and that will work as a really good way for current business to continue generating new business in the background whilst you also work on your outbound marketing strategy as well. So referral scheme, super important. Number 7 is use a CRM. This is something I learned the hard way and I didn't actually implement for quite a few years, which is really bad. It should have been like a 2-month learning curve. I didn't use the CRM for about 6 months, and then I just kind of got lazy and just wouldn't track it, and then I'd have a month where I wouldn't make as much money and be like, damn, who can I go back to? And then it was always a nightmare trying to scroll through the emails of the people I'd had a call with and they hadn't followed through. So get a CRM. It doesn't have to be pricey. You can use a spreadsheet. It can be free. You can use something like Pipedrive. I think Zopto is another one. And there's so many options available on the market. So just take a look, but there's no excuse. Like, use a spreadsheet and track your conversions. If you don't track, you cannot optimize. This is like the 101. Like, think of it as a scientific experiment. That's how I view my messaging strategy, and that's what I'm going to go on to in step number 8. Split test and optimize. So once you've been using one set of messaging or one type of content, you want to take a look at your numbers from that. You want to note them down and say, okay, when I send out 100 messages saying this, I get this many acceptance, this many people that accept, this many people that respond to me in a positive way, this many people that convert into a meeting, and this many people that close. Once you have that information, you can say, okay, what happens if I change this variable about the messaging? Do the same thing, track the numbers. Where do you see a higher close rate at the back end? And then you carry on doing the same thing for different elements of your marketing. So you can do that for messaging. You can then do that for content. You could split test video versus photo. You could split test photo versus text. You could split test photo versus carousel. There's so many different ways you can mix and match. And it's kind of just like A/B testing. If you were doing Facebook ads or like paid traffic, do the same thing for your organic methods of marketing as well. So I think that's it. They're my 8 steps to having an awesome LinkedIn marketing strategy for 2021. I hope you guys found this really, really valuable. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. It makes me feel happy, and it also makes sure that the video gets out to more and more people that are ready to transform their marketing with LinkedIn advice. So let me know your thoughts about this video down below. Let me know if there's anything that you've tried out that's worked really well for you that maybe I've missed. And of course, your video requests, because I am now just the definition of consistency with my uploads. So I am going to take on board all of your requests and your recommendations in terms of topics that I should talk about, and I'll make sure that I film them. So thank you so much for watching if you made it all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next video.